What's up, Sarvasva? Sarvasva. How are you doing? I think so. I can quickly learn it. I haven't really learned it properly. Let me just quickly have a look at it. It's like I'm just gonna have to put my guitar in different zones so that I can hit those bends. Okay. Alright, I'll quickly have a look at this. Quickly just get a tab. It's gonna take extremely long if I don't. But it's one of those songs that have really been so influential. But when I first heard it, it was too difficult to play. But now, a couple of years later, I think it is doable. Another 1 point. Something like that, but we'll see. We'll see what it's like. And apparently, not sure what the tuning and everything is about it, but yeah, I remember that. 12th fret. Like that. What's up, Rishan? I think it's like. Think like that. I'll have a look at Sultans of Swing just now. But if I can remember correctly, it's like how much time do you? How much time? What do you mean? Like today, or how long have I been playing? Just quickly have a look at the solo. Are you free after half an hour? No, I'm unfortunately gonna be I'm gonna be out with my friends. Gonna go I'm gonna go visit one of my friends. So unfortunately a half an hour, no. I'm only gonna be here till 4 o'clock. Well, right now it's almost 3:30, so only like another half hour, and then I'm gonna be away with my friends. Have a look at this. So it'll be like. Then so many bends. Oh yeah. Something like that. Ah, Rambo, what's up, man? How are you doing? Something like that. No, not a problem, Rambo. Yeah, my schedule's also been a bit weird. But I've been seeing your EAFC, and so you've been doing well. What? 18. Something like that. Cobain beats the drum beats up the drum kit, right? How? How does he beat up the drum kit? Oh boy, I'm scared. Hi, you're welcome, Rambo. Busy working on the Ekasinathi lesson, and I'm also going through some of the different performances. Like I had a look at the movie itself and the scene in the thing, and it's just so cool. And every time I go through it, I'm starting to learn some of the words. Like I can't remember who told me. I think it was Vedant. He told me it's like a combination between Hindi and is it Punjab? I'm not 100% sure. But that whole thing, and it's so cool just the way it starts. Romeo, Juliet, Majnu, something like that, and then Parkanam, and what's it? Something प्यार की, something. किसी ने जान ली, किसी ने जान दी. And then so cool. क्या उम्र, क्या समा, क्या जमा. What? That whole thing. That's so cool. Oh man. Won't leave you. Still, you start the guitar lessons. Yeah. No, it's coming. I promise. Like that whole thing, I want to actually post by next weekend. That the piece itself and the lesson about it, because it's gonna be. I've been putting it off way too long. But the whole Ekasinati, I want to finish and post next weekend, so that you can also have a look at that. It's just such a beautiful piece of music. Oh my gosh. Markaya Bonava, something like that. I don't know what the words are, but it's really, really cool. Need to jump on the drums next gig, because my instructor told me, because we're doing Nirvana for the last song. Okay. What song are you gonna? You're probably gonna do. Thank you, Rambo. It's like some of the words are so interesting. Just the Kisine John Lee, Kisine John D. And one of the words that is just difficult for me is when they say Kya Umar. They say it like sounds like the R at the end of that is sort of almost an L, but it's with an R. It's written with an R, so it's like Kya Umar. Umar, something like that. And yeah, there's just some words that I keep hearing, like Parkanam and all that. Yeah, I listened to some of the translation, because the actual performance didn't make sense if I didn't like read about the story of the movie and everything, and it just makes so much more sense now. And when they say ek, they also say eka what? Eka hasinati. Eka hasinati. So like not ek, which is also really, really interesting. Eka divanata. Kya umar, kya zama, kya zama, kya sama, kya zama. And then that whole thing. Eka din vomile or something like that. Lage. I don't know what lage is. Yeah, I'll have to use the translator, but it's just so cool checking this piece out and seeing all these words. There was a beautiful woman. Ekasi nati प्यार का नाम लागे प्यार का नाम लागे प्यार 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 का में लागे, something like that. And ek divana tha, what does that mean? You're renting an Ibanez to your horizon. Oh, nice, man. Oh, definitely pick that up. Oh, it's gonna be really cool. Pyar ka mein lage. And what is karzuta and farzuta? I know it's from the movie, but like what does karzuta and farzuta mean? Ek divana tha, there was a crazy guy. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's what cars means. It's there was a debt. Farzita means the duty. Okay, that makes sense. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there was a debt and there was a duty. 'Cause I saw the Rishi Kapoor's character is like he's reincarnated of what was the he's reincarnated as Monty, I believe, and now he sort of has to like figure out his past life and the woman that that wronged him rebirthed, yeah, and then like all these flashes and things start happening. Really cool. Like I want to watch the movie from start to finish, but I'll need subtitles to understand anything. Prog rock, not as much. Like progressive rock and stuff has just started sounding the same to me. Like all prog rock, all prog metal, apart from Dream Theater, but like yeah, it just generally sounds like it's very formulaic. Like everyone's following the same thread, and obviously there'll be good stuff, but for prog rock, as far as it goes, it'll be Dream Theater. Like that'll be the one. Thank you, Rambo. Yeah, it is really cool. I watched the other version as well from I think 2008, with what's that guy's name? I can't remember what his name is, but it's a lot more disco, a lot more sort of upbeat and everything. But I prefer the original one. It's just so much better with Rishi Kapoor. It's just so much better. Oh. The school's guitar no longer fit a family anymore, so fit an entire country. Oh, some are fixed. Rishan. Yeah. And I think eventually, when you get your horizon, then everything's gonna be sorted. You don't have to worry about the action of the guitars there. Okay, so Cort 2008 was the remake, and it had like a bunch of Z's in the name. The original was the original has something a lot more, um, I guess, authentic or just substantive about it. Like just watching the two performances, the performance at the school, it's just the original just had so much more substance and depth. Yeah. So cool. Oh man. What's up, Vedant? When you finish the cars lesson, I'll give you one more interesting challenge. Okay. I'm up for it. Yeah. How are you doing, Vedant? Yeah, you need to get earplugs, Rishan. Like, drums are just ridiculously loud, so you just get something to protect your ears. It's gonna be, you don't want to mess up your ears. So Rambo, you can look forward to the Ekasinati video and lesson next weekend. So I want to get it done. I want to play the whole song because it's just there's so many parts. But I'm gonna combine the performance by Gorak Sharma and the Rishi Kapoor one. Just in certain places, I'm gonna combine some of it because it's just there's so much beauty in each performance. So I'm gonna combine them a little bit, but I'll go through the actual song itself as well. But it's just such a damn good song. Oh my word. In-ear monitors, definitely. They're much better. You'll use them a lot more often. And they fit a lot more comfortably. Like, I use in-ear monitors whenever I play. It's just so much easier. Headphones is a bit bulky. And also, if it's hot, you start sweating. So get yourself some in-ear monitors. I primarily use KZ Audio. They're super affordable. And sound quality and build quality and everything is just fantastic. They're very, very affordable. It's like, I think the one I use is maybe $40 or like something like that. But if you look at Shure and Sennheiser and all those things, it's like you'll look at it maybe starting at $400. Their stuff is just so much more expensive, but the KZ Audio stuff is just amazing. Yeah, there we go. The KZ EDX Pro. Oh man, I have the KZ. I wonder what I have. Like I have it's like blue. It's like silver and blue, something like that. It's such a great one. Okay, if you already own headphones, then that's perfectly fine. But in your monitors are just I guess for playing live, it's gonna make a lot more sense. It's not as bulky and cumbersome, but for studio and practicing and everything, I suppose headphones are fine. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. The thing is, if you do that, Rambo, then I can help you exactly with your technique and everything, because then I can actually see how you are how you're learning it. I'm gonna show you exactly how to practice it as well, because there's some specific movements that you should do, specific ways on how to maybe position your hands, the picking, all that stuff. But yeah. How many US dollars is that? I'm not familiar with is it the Indian rupee or the ruble, or I believe it's rupees that India uses. But I also got the cheap one with the microphone. So whenever I have to do work with clients over like Microsoft Teams or Zoom or something, then I'll use that as well. It's just perfect. Yeah, no, that's pretty much what I expect. Yeah, that's so much. It's simple and it works. It doesn't sound terrible. It sounds perfectly fine. So, no, really, really good. And the thing about XC90 is it doesn't really use one main key. It like borrows notes from a different key, especially when you go and then like that note is technically not in the key, so they sort of added a mode over it, which is even cooler, because now it's like you have your normal scale, but then they added this one, so you have that sort of sound. Really, really cool. Interesting way to practice that thing is also just putting your hand on the other strings and then just going. And then the red cable, where's the, I think it's, oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. I've had this cable, I think, for maybe 10 years or something. Ugh. Guitar don't make any sound with only fingers. Yeah. The thing is, I'm hitting the strings very hard, like, and I have gain and distortion and everything, but like just practicing the movements. Like, forget about the sound entirely. Just make sure you have the movements down. Just like, so if I just even take my volume down. Just that idea. But I would break it down even further, because this part is really the hard part of the song, because it's so quick. It's you're constantly swapping fingers. You're not playing like two notes, like you're going. So you're constantly changing notes, and then you have like one position, and then you need to shift, and then you need to shift again, and then you sort of have to resolve it. So there's a lot of movement, and now you have to synchronize it with your right hand, which is very, very difficult. It's such a difficult thing. So practice this fast section daily. Sometimes practice very perfect, but 99% of the time make a mistake. That's perfectly normal. The thing about mistakes is they're very important, because they give you very useful information to use. because you need that feedback loop in your brain to see like, okay, I played this, it didn't sound right, but why? Was it my right hand? Was it my left hand? Was it maybe one of my fingers? Am I not synced up? Like, what is the actual thing? So mistakes are very, very useful. Without mistakes, you'll never improve. And one thing also to remember is perfection is unobtainable. There's no such thing as perfection. Perfection is robotic. You can the strive for perfection is a very human thing. So as long as you are striving towards it, but comfortable with and content with the fact that perfection will never be reached, because at that point you're just a robot. But yeah, I think striving for perfection is a very, very human thing. It's a very, very human thing because you want to get as good as possible, but just understand that you'll never be 100%. You will be like 99.9999%, but there will be some sort of thing because you're an organic being. Okay, so that statement there. So when you play slow, it's perfect, but when you try to get to speed, I make mistakes. The reason for this is at speed, you're encountering different variables. Think of it when you're walking. It's this guitar has 7 strings. This is a new guitar. I got this one I think a week or two ago, and it's really nice. I sold my my old 7 string in the beginning of the year, and I got a new one now. But think about when what you're explaining now is slow, it works, and then when you play at speed, it's not working. So the reason for that is you're using 2 different techniques, and that's the way it's supposed to be. When you play slowly, you have a lot more time to rest and reposition your fingers and everything between each note. When you're playing fast, you don't have that time. Think about it as walking versus running. When you're running, you have a lot more wind resistance, you're a lot faster, you're engaging different muscles, you're almost leaning forward. And it's very difficult to change direction when you're running because you have all this momentum carrying you forward. When you're walking, it's very easy to take a step and pause and change direction and all that stuff. So you are fundamentally using 2 separate techniques when you're walking and when you're running. Same when you're jogging as well. When you're walking, you have a lot more freedom. You have a lot more, the word for it is degrees of freedom when it comes to changing direction or just balance and everything. When you're running, you have to commit to the direction you're going at least for a couple of seconds. And the same thing with your practicing. If you're practicing only slowly, you'll never be able to play it fast because you're fundamentally using 2 different techniques, and you're supposed to. It's natural. That's the way. You can't walk the way you run. It's impossible. So you're gonna have to eventually push yourself close to the speed, and then sort of practice it there so that the technique you want to develop is presenting itself in that speed zone. So this will all be in the lesson itself as well. But what's up, heretics? Good to see you, man. How's the studies going? Or shouldn't I ask? Guess need to work on my right hand. As on the left hand, I can play more strokes on string. Yeah, that's true. The right hand is by far the more difficult part. Because the right hand has to execute everything. I explained to one of my students as well, a habit that we develop very young is sort of grouping a contraction or an impulse that we send to our brain. So I explained it to him the same way, like if you're batting in cricket, and then you normally like rest your bat on the ground, and then when the ball comes, you just as the ball has left the bowler's hands, you sort of lift your bat, and then you hit, and you follow through and everything. But what happened to us when we were very young, the readying the bat, the hitting, and the follow through are grouped together as one signal that we send to our brain. Just because we're busy learning and everything. So like, if we are batting, you sort of have to separate these three elements: the preparation, the execution, and the follow through. So now, as soon as you see the bowler has left his hand, the ball has left his hand, you already reposition your bat, and then you have the execution and the follow through as well. So with the picking hand as well, you mustn't think of your preparation, like let's say you lifting your pick, as being the thing that has to coincide with when you're actually hitting the note. That's the execution of it. So it's a very, very strange phenomenon, but try to think about the picking hand, like when you actually want to pick the note, that before that you've already positioned your hand or your pick or anything to actually be in the position to execute the note, because you want to execute the note on time. You don't want to prepare on time, because then your hands are going to be out of sync. That's pretty much the main problem that happens in our brains, because now you have these three: you have the preparation, the execution, and the follow through that is being sent to your brain at the same time. So you sort of package that entire instruction, and then your brain, when you actually want to play the note, it starts at the preparation. So now when you actually wanted to hit the ball, you lifted your bat, and then you got bowled out. So that's pretty much the problem with this. So I'll show you also some really interesting ways on how to practice that, because it is fundamentally not a wrong thing. You just need to reposition your sort of what's it your, I don't even know what the scientific word is, but you sort of shift your entire package of information that you're sending to your brain a little bit earlier. So I'll go a bit more in depth with the lesson, but yeah, it's a basic thing, but the thing is, it's overlooked. And now you've also got a lot of repetitions. You've been batting a certain way for, I don't know, maybe a year or two, and now you need to unlearn this or just repurpose this thing that you already have. You have all the power to hit a six. You have all the hand-eye coordination, all the you have the timing. You just need to now shift everything slightly earlier, and that you start your process a little bit earlier. So that's such a common thing that almost every single guitarist will struggle with. Normally when there's hand desynchronization, like when your hands aren't playing on time with each other, that's normally the reason. It can happen with the left hand as well, where you think of your left hand having to execute on the beat, and it's not necessarily. You have to position your hand, and then it'll be executed on the beat. It's a very sort of stupid, silly thing, but it is the thing that's going to make the difference. Like another really difficult thing about this is your left hand has to be a few milliseconds faster than your right hand, because the left hand has to fret the note before you can play it. So now you don't have just one package sending to your brain, you have two packages, and each of them have the preparation, the execution, and the follow through. So it's like now you have these two packages that you have to shift both of them slightly earlier, and this one has to be slightly before this one. So it's a bit of an irritating thing, but once you've developed it becomes such second nature. You don't even think about doing anything different. Like when I also unlearned the resting your bat on the ground and preparing it early enough, then everything became easier. So no, don't worry, man. You'll be able to get it. But Ekasenati is a fantastic song, and I can't wait to share that performance and that lesson. So yeah, but listen, I gotta go. Let me just quickly respond to that. So when anyone starts learning, we need to play something good as early as possible. New learners don't have patience like me. That is so true. Yeah, that is so true. But if you have patience and the right guidance, you'll absolutely be able to learn it. The thing is, when you start something like the guitar, you already want to sound fantastic, but that's unfortunately not the way it works. But we can definitely get you on the right path, Rambo. But yeah, now I gotta get moving. I'm gonna go visit some of my friends, and then yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, man. Have a good one.